developers.
Okay, and there we go. Yeah, now we're good. Now we're green. I hate. Oh god, I hate OBS right now.
Time to throw OBS out the window.
I
Just
hate it. I hate it. I need to now. I now need to recreate the like. I think I have to like add an actual thumbnail. Like, give me a sec, cause yeah, no, because or no, it actually doesn't think it's the same video. Hold on, are we? Am I actually good this time? Did it actually not
looks
stop
good
the
on
stream?
my end.
Hold on, I just gotta see real quick. Is this the same stream as before? If I go to customization, is this? How do I get to the live page real quick? Are we good? Hold on.
Testing.
I think for once I got lucky and it didn't end the YouTube stream. Okay.
Let's go.
So I don't have to fix everything. Okay, we're all good.
Just some minor fixes.
Oh my god! And the thing is, so online they were sent. There's a whole bunch of fixes. One of them was I might be using too much bit rate, so I lowered it, and that and that just didn't seem to fix it either. Mintzey's smell is coming through just fine.
Hey!
Oh my goodness! Hey, she smells like she smells like mint.
Look, for in my community, I am the butt to everyone's fart joke.
Oh boy. But okay, real quick, let me do another reintroduction. Hello everyone, and welcome to What's Your Genesis, my talk show that has been getting really throttled by a lot of stuff, and it's all OBS's fault because I have good internet and OBS thinks I don't, which it's anyways.
Can be a VTuber without scuff.
Yeah, but okay. And so, hello everyone, welcome to What's Your Genesis. This is my talk show, and this is my lovely guest, Mintzey Moon. Say hello.
Hello.
And again, it cuts off again. Yeah, I think you might have your your mic
my
set
mic too high.
Yeah, or like your what was it called when your mic has like is it a filter or like
background noise kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's also Discord. Discord kind of has a, because I've had this issue in other like calls and collabs where like I'm not even talking loud, and it's just it's Discord's noise reduction, and it cuts out things that shouldn't be cutting out.
Yes. I used to have that with some of my mics, but I think you can actually manually adjust where you like want the threshold of your mic to be, like what do you want it to pick up on Discord.
Yeah, like played around with it. Probably should try to mess with it some more, because I have the noise reduction turned off on Discord.
Yeah, it reminds
it's just Discord.
It reminds me of having issues with a game called Don't Scream, which I tried playing, and it's a game where like it's all about like if you scream you die. It's like you just have to survive 18 minutes in game without screaming.
Oh, I think I seen that. I think I saw one of my friends stream that. Yes, during Halloween.
And I had so much scuff for like 30 minutes to an hour that at some point I decided to chat, look, we're turning off the mic, and I'm just gonna play by and chat. You'll just like help me play by scream rules. If I scream, I lose. And I just, after all that scuff, I lost all fear for the game, so I just survived. I was like, okay, this sucks. All the YouTubers were having fun. Yeah, all the YouTubers I watched had fun on it, but I lost all sense of fun because of the scuff.
Honestly, I watched a full playthrough of it, and it didn't feel that scary. It was just filled with a lot of jump scares. It was kind of more suspenseful, but there was maybe like one or two jump scares that got me. I didn't play it, but I watched some playthroughs, and I was just like,
Yeah. Also, for those who don't know who you are, and like in general, do you want to give a brief introduction to who you are and what you stream?
Of course. My name is Mintzey Moon. I am a mint chocolate chip ice cream space kitty, leader of the Ice Cream Outlaws, full-time content creator on Twitch. I also cross-post to Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. Variety streamer. I've been recently playing lots of Lethal Company with other VTubers and community nights. Yes, it has been a lot of fun. We tried Brutal Company last night. It lives up to his name.
Yeah, I think Brutal Company is a bit too much. I don't know if I'll ever stream with that, but I love the Skinwalkers mod because
that one is really good.
It adds so much more suspense. Like I've had moments where I've gotten tricked. Also, I can't wait. I think it finally got released. I don't know, but Lethal Company VR.
Oh, VR system, but oh my god, I can only imagine how terrified. I think I would have a heart attack.
I know, especially with, like the bracken snapping your neck all of a
I was about
sudden.
to say that. Imagine getting bracken cracking in VR.
Oh yeah. Oh
No
yeah.
thanks.
Oh, that would not be good. That would not be good. And I will say, like, Leave the Company, I've not been able to stream it as much as other people because like my sleep schedule's all messed up and also burnout. But I will say, like,
I feel that.
it's got a point with Leave the Company. I still love the game. I think it's amazing, but I have gotten a bit burnt out on the game myself. Like, even if though I've only played it like 7 or 8 times, I'm like compared to most people who have played it like 60 times since it come out.
Like 100 hours in it already.
Yeah, it's like like I just have I don't know. I have not really had the energy or motivation to stream it, but I do like the game. I have had fun. But yeah, I have an index.
I feel like at least mods keep it like more, spicy and interesting.
Oh, they definitely do. The mods definitely help. It's the same concept with Skyrim. If you don't mod Skyrim, you're pretty much just robbing yourself of an even better experience.
True. Very true. Skyrim, Leave the Company, Minecraft, all those good games out there.
Oh yeah, very much so. And like I was mentioning to you before we went live, I've been thinking about for the past year, I've been thinking about opening up a Minecraft server for VTubers and stuff. It's just every time I've opened up a Minecraft server, people like play for like a month and then everyone's like burnt out or doesn't want to play anymore.
Yeah. I personally haven't played Minecraft in like 8 years.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time.
I played a little bit last year, but mainly because I was getting back into Sky Factory.
Oh, is that a mod?
It's a mod pack, yeah. It's it's one of my favorite mod packs because it's very much a progression-based mod pack, all about going from like one block of dirt and one tree to having like all this technology, like a computer system for storing stuff, nuclear reactors.
Oh,
It's like going from
that's
nothing
neat.
to more. There's another
Yeah.
one similar to it that's not really like because there's Skyblock and Sky Factory. Like Sky Factory is taking the essence of Skyblock but making it harder because Skyblock's all about starting with a very limited amount of dirt and a tree and a cobblestone generator, whereas Sky Factory is like the modded equivalent of that. But there's actually a mod pack that is the same concept of going from 0 to like basically going from cavemen to like space age. And I think it's called CivTech or something like that.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
That does ring a bell, yeah.
Yeah, you start with stone tools. You can't make doors or anything yet, and you like have to slowly like go down Stone Age to like making fire to making approaching the Industrial Revolution and then modern era and then space age.
And progress through the ages.
Yeah, but I will say I
That's
tried that
neat.
mod pack. It takes a long time to get anywhere, especially if you're playing solo.
Oh yeah, I bet. I've seen like just crazy extensive mod packs for Minecraft. Like it's crazy how creative people get with those.
Yeah, very much so. Also, going back to the whole mint chocolate chip cat, I wanted to ask, so, what is your opinion on mint chocolate chip ice cream? I'm assuming you enjoy
My
it.
favorite, yes.
It has been one
It is numero uno.
mint chocolate chip, vanilla, and, like, stuff a lot, like, those are, like, my 2 #1 favorites.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
And also sherbet,
Mine
I love
would be sherbet's good, yeah. Mine would be mint chocolate chip, cookie dough, and then Rocky Road's good.
Oh, yeah. I like Rocky Road, but sometimes, I don't know, it's like, sometimes the chocolate aspect of Rocky Road can be a bit, or actually I think it's more I almost said mushrooms. Ew, do not put mushrooms in your ice cream. I meant marshmallows.
My favorite ice cream topping, mushrooms.
I hate mushrooms. The idea of putting it in anything already disgusts me. Ice cream, that is like the worst combo. I just realized it's probably mushroom flavored ice cream.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh man. Oh no, that
Would
would
not be
suck.
surprised.
What kind of helped you come up with the design for your model? Because it's a very like original, very cutesy, and it's it's really eye catching and looks good.
So I originally threw this model together, like the original concept in Vroid, when I first started streaming. And it took me like a day to make it. I just threw it together. And green has always been my favorite color. And I'm like, oh, I really like this shade of mint. So I'm like, we'll do mint here. And I'm like, kind of need something more to it. So I did the black accents, like the bangs. And that's just kind of where it started. And then someone in my chat was like, Mintzey, you look like mint ice cream. And I kind of just rolled with it. Because at first I was just, just a mint cat girl. I didn't actually start with the idea of being mint ice cream. I kind of just went there and kept going on with it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I've just had a yawn. My sleep schedule's so messed up.
I feel that mine has not been good.
I was actually supposed to have 2 episodes of my talk show today, one before you, but I ended up like, for one, not only sleeping until like the last minute when we would have gone live, but also, well, actually, I think we canceled like early this morning because I knew I wasn't gonna make it to the stream with him. And also, like I told you before this stream, I had to go clean my my bathroom for the family.
Yeah.
I had to wipe it all down with like bleach and stuff, and it took like an hour and a half.
It's a lot more. I gotta clean up around the house eventually too.
What I need to do is I genuinely need I need a bigger space for all my stuff, or like an L desk. But I also need someone who actually could help me figure out how to do cable management, because
oh my god, I'm so bad at it.
I'm at the point I have too many cables, and it's because I have all these peripherals on my desk. I have my freaking VR headset like on a shelf that's still plugged in though to my PC. I have all this also have 2 surge protectors at my feet like plugged into each other because one surge protector wasn't enough for all my plugs.
Oh god, yeah, I had to get a bigger one because I didn't have enough either. I ended up getting a uninterruptible power source surge protector thingy because I didn't have enough slots, and I figured if I'm gonna get a bigger surge protector, I'll just up it to a battery backup kind of thing for the price.
Yeah, no, very good. I think that, yeah, I those ones are really good to have. I don't have anything like that. I just have surge protectors. But, like for me, I like, I could buy a surge protector with 18 plugs, and that's still not enough. I need like double that.
Good lord.
Because the thing is, I think my problem is I have 3 monitors set up. I have my Nintendo Switch. I have a PlayStation 3 that I never play. I have my speakers. I have an internet splitter for going to 2 PCs. Because I do have a 2 PC setup, I just don't ever use a second PC because I don't like the delay that an Elgato capture card has.
Oh, yeah.
Because the audio and visual delay is just too much. It makes games unplayable for me. And of course, I have both PCs plugged in. I have the speaker for the only PC because I don't have speakers for the other one. I have frickin' I just have a lot plugged in.
That is a lot. My gosh, I thought I had a lot.
And this is why my mom thinks I'm ridiculous for actually thinking about becoming an actual semi-truck driver, like, because I've been thinking about it, and I think I'd actually like that.
Well, yeah, especially when we were talking about was it American Truck Simulator earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because I got addicted, and I haven't played it this week because I kind of already slightly burned myself out. I still intend to play more of it, especially since I bought a bunch of peripherals for it, like a wheel.
The wheel and the pedals.
I bought wheel pedals. I bought an add-on for the wheel that somebody had on Amazon. It's not official. It's a what are they called? Do-it-yourself, DIY.
DIY, yeah.
It's a DIY add-on, so it adds a blinker and a wiper system to it.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's very cool, but it's very much a bit. It's
so neat.
It's definitely more of an enthusiast thing to add on, but it really is nice.
Absolutely. But people get so creative with that stuff. Like I've seen some insane setups just for like
Trucking
driving simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, any kind of driving simulator, bus simulator, train simulator, trucking
The
simulator.
people who like
Is
racing, you can do
crazy.
racing, but for me, I
Oh
actually like
yeah,
I like the trucking because it's just kind of peaceful.
it
Um,
is.
Also, I was geeking out so hard anytime I get my first view inside those trucks because like for one, I've always growing up, I watched this little show on Cartoon Network called Ben 10.
Yeah,
And
I miss Ben 10.
and Ben 10 left an impression on me because the whole premise of the show is that Ben and Gwen are going on a trip for summer vacation in their
Yep.
grandpa Max's RV. And that instilled a love of RVs in me because the idea about living on the road is very appealing. Even though
It
when I turned
sounds like just
18,
such a good getaway, you know?
exactly. But and it's funny because to me, one, I like having a lot of space for all my technology. But also, what makes it funny is the fact that when I was 18, I was terrified of driving. I did not want to drive. My mom basically had to force me to take classes she paid for herself. She's like, since I paid for it, you have to go. And I ended up going to like a 911 defensive driving school. Ended up realizing I'm actually a pretty dang good driver. My only downside, even to this day, is I just take corners a bit hard, a bit too quick.
A bit too quick, yeah.
That's
You
like my
gotta
only
slow
bad
down over
thing.
those corners a bit more.
But and then I became later on. I surprised my mom because I became an Amazon delivery driver for a while.
Oh, that's definitely a step up. Hell
And
yeah.
out of the like 9 or 10 different jobs I've had, because I've basically jumped from job to job every year because I just can't stand I can't stand jobs. The one that I actually wanted to stick with was Amazon because I actually really enjoyed delivery driving. The only reason I had to stop is because they no longer had enough routes in my area. So they either were sending me home instead of sending me on a route. So I drive down, waste my gas, and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, there's no route for you today because there's too many people hired after the
I'd be
holidays."
so mad. Why didn't
So
they just call you?
I
What
wish
the
they
heck?
because they wouldn't know until we got there. Apparently, like they wouldn't find out
That's
until the last
such
second.
baloney.
Yep, and so that would really suck. And then another thing that would really suck. Also, good evening. Also, I want to just say hello to everyone. Moo Cow,
Yeah.
Dom, Plains Rider. We got F1R3, Shadow Wolf, and Shock True. All you guys, very much appreciate having you all here in chat. But yeah, so the thing that also besides that, they would send me down to a city, like and a very busy city, like one of the biggest city in our state. Like it is the state that
Oh yeah.
it is the city that everyone associates with our state. And because I have to drive, they were like, okay, we don't have enough routes in this city, so we're gonna send you down 45 minutes to an hour south, and you have to go deliver down there in these really like crowded streets that are at very high risk of dinging mirrors and like hitting other cars, and there's nowhere to park, and it just really sucked.
Yeah, that'd be a big no for me. And that's crazy that you would be that far out. Blah.
Yep, it really sucked and I hated it. That was the only aspect I really hated. Also, I guess because I like to get home. I like home as my recharge space. So when I get off work sometimes normally where our station was, like where like our depot or whatever you want to call it, the parking lot where we pick up our trucks and park our cars so we can work for the day and then come back and pick up our car after we drop off the packages or whatever, yada yada. Basically, it's only supposed to be like a 25-minute drive from my depot back to my house. There were
Which
times,
isn't too bad.
well, that's if people knew how to drive in my state, or at least if the roads were good, because normally it would take 45 minutes to 2 hours to get home.
Jeez, that's ridiculous.
So commute was honestly the worst part about the job, if anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot I liked about, like, I will say, I loved being on my own and not having a boss breathing down my neck all the time. I liked being able to listen to music or podcasts on the road. And also, I really loved when they updated Siri to actually be compatible with Spotify, so I could actually be like, hey, like this song for me. Because that was not a feature before. Now that is a feature. Like, hey, I like this song. Tell Spotify I do like it. And so
That's
I have
nice.
to open
I
it
actually
up.
didn't know. And I use Spotify and obviously I have an iPhone. I use Spotify all the time. Now I know I can do that.
And so that's why it's like the whole Like it's funny that I'm thinking about becoming a trucker because like it's kind of like a mix between the RV dream of Ben 10 because there are
Yeah.
semis that actually you can live in.
Yeah, I've seen those, and they're really nice looking.
And they're cheaper than a house because if you want to get a house nowadays, it's
Oh
like
yeah,
it's like
no.
$500,000 to $700,000 if not more.
The
So
housing market is
rather
ugh.
I'd rather spend $140,000 and get a really nice semi truck I can actually live in.
Right?
And I can actually do
Right,
my
yeah.
job in at the same time. Of course, I would need to set up like an actual gaming setup in the truck.
Oh, obviously. Obviously. You gotta have that. It's a must. It's a
And the,
must.
and the biggest thing I'd want to look into is how good are the internet built into these trucks? Because they apparently have built-in Wi-Fi hotspots now, or are compatible with
Really?
or can be compatible with your
Huh.
phone. So I need to figure out, am I able to have good enough internet to still play with friends, even if I'm not streaming?
Yeah. That's a good question. I honestly didn't know that. I mean, I know like obviously hotspots from your phone, but I didn't know they had like built-in internet. That's neat.
Yep, because they do assume you're going to be on the road for a long time, and so it would be nice. Like, it's one thing I thought about. It'd be nice. Like, it would, like, yeah, Starnet could be good for truckers. I've been hearing about Starnet. Isn't that Elon Musk's internet that he launched?
Yes, yes. It's satellite. It's like satellite internet.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
know. I actually have a friend who uses satellite internet, and it's come a long way. Don't think it's specifically Starnet. It's someone else, but satellite internet has come a long way.
Yeah. It very much would be good, nice to have, like, and because, and I will say, and I need to message my friend this because it was so funny because they messaged me because they've been seeing me post about my burnout and how I'm actually thinking about, because I've been doing I've been doing content creation for 10 years and, you know, I've not really seen too much success from it. Like I've had my success sometimes, I've had bumps, but I'm starting to want to question if I'm actually cut out for it because unlike some people, I don't have the motivation or energy to do everything they do, and a lot of things that involve content creation, like making thumbnails or trying to stick to a stream schedule, is just too exhausting for me.
It's a lot, yeah, it is, and some people handle that better than others, and I mean it's once you get into the nitty gritty of it all, it's a lot more than people realize from like an outside perspective.
It is a lot, and it's a lot, especially if you're a neurodivergent person
Oh yeah, spicy.
who is like a perfectionist.
Yup.
So I'm the kind of person, I've always been the kind of person who I do not like for one, if I'm working on something and I don't like how it's turning out, I might just drop it, but I also don't like releasing something unless it's to a level I'm happy with. Because if I release something I'm not
I
happy
feel that
with,
so much.
yeah, and
I
then
feel that.
it's very relatable feeling to a lot of people. And it's like I've released videos that like my biggest pet peeve. I've released videos that I don't subtitle, and I'm just like all I feel is regret after. Is like I should have subtitled
Ooh,
that.
yeah. I always do is, and I've gotten better at captioning and subtitling, but I know how
It's
tedious
time
that can be.
consuming.
It is very, that's probably the most time consuming part of editing, in my opinion. Whether it's short form or long form content, it is just, it's very time consuming.
It is, and another thing that also is a problem with me, and so the biggest thing for me is I've been working with waveforms for a very long time for both video editing and also making music because I do that too. I mean, I just released a music
Yeah!
video,
It was
which
so good. I've listened
yeah,
to it twice now. I loved it.
I worked
It was
really hard
so
on that
good.
cover. I worked really hard
I'm
on
very
it.
proud of you. You did fantastic.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, my cover of Martin Garrix's "No Sleep." It's a really
It's a beautiful song.
It is. It was my #1 most listened to song for my Spotify Wrapped, which I purposely made it that because while I was doing delivering for Amazon, once I got my Spotify Wrapped, I was like, okay, I'm listening to this song like every day. It's the first song I'm listening to every day just to make sure this gets in my Spotify Wrapped, and it did.
Absolutely.
And I love the song because to me, what the song represents is wanting to spend time with friends and make memories with people before, you know, while you still have them in your life and be like,
Yeah.
it's basically feeling nostalgia for moments that you haven't even had yet. Yearning to make memories. And that's why I love
I
the
love
song.
that. I love that. It's beautiful. Like I looked up the lyrics just to kind of read them out, and I was like, this is a beautiful song. It's very,
The
very
original
like
music video is really good. I really
it
love
is.
the original song's music video.
It's a very touching song. I like it a lot.
It's very good. And I have another cover I'm working on soon that's actually like,
Oh,
very, yeah, I'm just waiting on the music video to be finished for it. But it's gonna be so you know how Cinder did a rock cover of CPR?
yes, I love that. She did fantastic on that cover.
I'm doing something similar with a song by Uncle Kracker, if you know him.
I'm no, I don't
You
think
may-
I'm familiar with that.
Two very famous songs. One he's most famous for is "Drift Away," which goes, "Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get
Okay,
lost
I
in
know
your
that
rock
one.
and roll
Yeah.
and drift away."
I guess I never knew who the artist was, but I know that song. I grew up listening to that.
Yeah, and also Yes Moo. That was the No Sleep one, indeed. Um, but yeah, with the song I'm doing cover, that I'm going to be releasing soon, the cover of is a dance EDM. So it's an electronic dance music. It's an EDM cover of Uncle Kracker's song "Follow Me."
I think I know that one too. Okay, hell, that's gonna be so good. Oh my god.
I'm very excited to release that one, and it's going
It
to be.
sounds like it's gonna be amazing.
I've also started releasing my music on Spotify, and I'll be doing more of that soon. It's also releasing on iTunes because I'm trying to actually release stuff since I've spent so much money on music production.
Yeah. It's not cheap. I know people have done covers, and even just covers alone are like costly, let alone original songs.
Oh yeah. Well, original songs. Here's the thing: they're not. It's not costly to upload them, and if anything, it's like once you have the software, you can make infinite music and not really have to
Yeah.
pay a dime. The only thing is, if you want to release it on Spotify and places, you have to either have a publisher or a distributor. I use DistroKid, and they have like I think it's like a monthly subscription. Like I forget how much I'm paying. Or it's like a yearly subscription. I think it's a yearly, and it's really cheap. Also, word of warning: do not, if you ever think about releasing music, and this goes to anyone out there, do not use SoundCloud Pro for artists. It is so bad. The UI is bad, and also it's overpriced. You have to pay like $120 a year for it.
Ooh.
Whereas I think DistroKid you have to pay like 25 to 40 bucks. It's
I think
really
I've heard
affordable.
positive things about DistroKid. That does sound really familiar.
They're really, really good. I like DistroKid. Highly recommend. And yeah, like I said, once you pay, like, you just have to pay that yearly fee, and then you can upload. The only thing is, if you're gonna upload covers, they will, and if you want to make money off them, they will let you do that. The only thing is, if you go through DistroKid, you have to pay $12 a year for that song because it's $1 a month to have that up for each cover.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you could make money off of covers.
You can, as long as you're going through like an official distributor like DistroKid, they'll help you. Like it'll be a lot less money than original music you sell.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Because of like royalties and stuff.
Exactly. And I have a lot of music I believe I looked at my unreleased music folder, like a bunch of songs. Like I know most of it are just like melodies that I like, oh, I'll make this into a full song, or it's like a bass line or just a beat, and I'll title it something. But I have I think the last time I checked, I had over 1,300 or 2,300 projects saved in my projects folder. Of music I've not released and finished. I think I've only released like a total of like maybe 20 songs on YouTube, and now only like there's only gonna be like a total of 3 right now on Spotify. But that's because I still got to release more. And one thing I will probably do is I might release the instrumental version of the songs I made for Gargura, Nyanners, and Shylily. I won't release the ones with their voices because those were like Shmoyo style songs that, I made, but I don't know if I have permission to release the actual versions.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. And that's why it's like another one. I made another stuff for Nux Taku called Laughing at Toxicity as well.
I don't think I've listened to those. I'll have to check them out. I know I remember seeing you post the Shy Lily one. That one I'm familiar with. The other ones
That one kind of popped off. And I think
it did.
It helps that I had the courage. I went into Shy Lily's stream one day, and I was like, hey, I've been working 6 months. First the question was, hey, if someone made a remix for you. Like, would you listen to it? And she's like, oh, hell yeah. And I was like, okay, well, in that case, I've been working 6 months on a song. Would you like to listen to it? And she said yes. And so I gave her and her mods the link, and she listened to it on stream.
Oh, an honor. That's great.
Yep,
I'm
and
happy for you. Let's go.
it's probably my most it's my most watched video on my channel, which makes me really happy.
Let's go. I'll have to check out the other ones after this. I've listened to the Shy Lily one, but I didn't realize you had done other ones. Definitely will be on my list of things to do tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm a big music person. Actually, this year I want to. One of my goals that I want to do is cover a song. I love singing. I'm obviously not the best at it, but I do very much enjoy it. But there are a few songs in mind that I want to cover.
Oh yeah, I mean, and for me, I'm not that confident in my singing either. I mainly I do rely heavily on autotune. But I like to think that autotune nowadays is not as frowned upon as using AI to sing.
Yeah, that's fair. I can agree with that. I think meshing it with your voice, auto-tune with your voice to an extent to enhance is perfectly fine. Obviously, it's different if you're like heavily relying on it like too much, but I think there is a good a line where it doesn't hurt to use it. Now AI, no.
Also, thank you for the follow, Valiant. Much appreciated. And anyone who else followed. I noticed, like, right while we were on the starting student screen, a lot of people followed. I can't see that now because it all disappeared after I had to end and restart the stream.
Heck in OBS.
Yeah, heck in OBS. But yeah, and there's a lot of songs, and for me, like I was trying to say about waveforms, a big thing with me, like when it comes to subtitles, I'm very particular, and this is why, like, when other people edit my videos and they subtitle, I'm very much can pick up on when I noticed when they didn't like make the subtitle like close to the waveform where it should be, because I'll notice it's like off for a few, like by a few seconds. It'll like either play too early or too late, or the animation
has to be right on time. Yeah,
it has to be right on time. Yeah, and
I will get down to the frame per frame when it comes to captioning my video.
and the thing is, I do the same thing with autotune, because the cool thing, like, not most autotune, you just, so there's autotune where they like basically just sing into it and it'll just stick it to a key. But the autotune I have is a very unique feature in my program FL Studio, which I had to pay for as well. I had to pay for the autotune separately. It's a plugin for autotune where you can cut an audio clip, and this can just be a sample. It could be like a kick, a drum, a vocal singing part. What you can do is you can you have a splice tool, so you can splice anywhere in the audio file, and you can but you can move these sections you splice. They're like little boxes that you can slide up as and down as notes. So you can change the note where you want, what note you want that part of the the waveform to hit.
Oh, that's nice. So it's definitely a lot more advanced and gives you way more features than just singing into an auto-tuned mic and hoping it sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. With the auto-tune, what's nice, so I could say I am here, and I could instead change it so it sound like I can raise the I and the am and then the here to be I am here instead, and like I could just talk normally, and then I can change that to actually have vocals and be all over the place.
That's neat. That is really, it's come a long way. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite ways to work on music. And again, I have so many, and recently I've been working on another thing I want to do, is release English covers of Japanese songs.
Ooh, yeah.
Like from anime. Like I already have one.
Like openings, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have one that's finished, but it's supposed to be a female singer, and that's why it's like I'm very hesitant to release my version, because it's supposed to be a girl who sings the lyrics. But everyone's like, "Oh, your voice sounds so good for this." I'm like, "Yes, but literally there's lyrics where it's like listen to me, boy," or something like that. And it's like I'm a guy, you know. I'm a straight guy. Again, nothing wrong with who you want to date, but I'm a straight guy, and I don't want people thinking me releasing this song is, you know, me coming out of the closet.
I mean, in my opinion on that is, I think it's perfectly fine to sing the original lyrics without having any implications. I know plenty of artists
Yeah, yeah.
of, you know, gender identity, sexual orientation. They'll stick with the original lyrics regardless of all that because they just like sticking to what the original song is. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And there's so much, like, so many different tracks I want to release. I might play a little bit of something for stream, but not too much because, I don't want anyone stealing one of my songs.
All right, guys, record a Rokonami.
But like, you know what? Here, I'll do this. So I'm gonna this might get this section. Oh God, like we'll just hope that this section doesn't get muted on YouTube or Twitch, and if it does, But I'm gonna play a little bit.
Chat.
For those of you on stream, Mintzey, you might want to unmute the stream to hear this in a sec.
Let me do that.
I'm only gonna play a little snippet, but this is a song I'm thinking about doing a cover of and releasing next year when Christmas rolls back around. Once it loads, dear God, it's taking forever to load. Okay, there we go. How loud is this? Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Let me just go here, and I need to minimize. What? Was that loud?
A little bit.
Okay, let me lower it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, no, that is loud. Jesus, why is it so loud? Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's a song I'm very much thinking about covering and doing a dance cover of as well. So I'm gonna play just this part right here that leads up into what the chorus is, and you'll probably know what song it is if you've heard the song before.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stop it there because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, like I personally I love making dance music. That's like what I kind of stick to making. And I have there's many other songs I plan to get releasing soon. Let's see. I'm trying to see if my other song. Oh, I just noticed. So my second song, Tranquility, is now out on Spotify as well. Nice.
Oh, is that also a cover or original?
That's an original.
Oh, I'll have to listen to it later.
Right now, I'm only releasing originals on Spotify, except for I'm trying to get No Sleep on there as well. That one takes longer because that takes a little bit longer because DistroKid takes like, for one, they normally take like a week or two to release a song in general, but it takes about 2 weeks to get the rights to a song that you're doing a cover of if you're doing a cover.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm planning to release a lot of old music that I've not released or old music I have released. Like my song, like either like songs that I've really thought I was gonna add lyrics to that maybe I just shouldn't, and just like upload the instrumental.
Hey, a lot of people love instrumental music, so
once
in a while I'll jam out to it.
Like, I really love music by an artist called Tobu, and most of his music, especially his older music, did not have lyrics. Or like Alan Walker.
Name does sound familiar. Oh, I know Alan Walker. Okay, that name I know.
Alan Walker, when he didn't have lyrics in his songs, I really loved his music. I actually prefer his music without the lyrics, but that's just me. I think he makes killer instrumentals.
Hey, some instrumentals the instrumentals speak for themselves. You don't even need lyrics to enjoy it. Like it speaks for itself.
Oh yeah. Also, let's see, Growl Brown. Fun fact: did you know that Mintzey's chair looks like like a Wookiee skin rug? What? What do you mean? You skinned a Wookiee? What happened to Chewbacca?
Let me find it. So I have this old chair. Keep in mind, at the time of this picture, I had 5 cats, okay? So cut me some slack.
Oh boy.
I was trying to show my cane, but everyone just gave me so much slack for the
Oh my
chair.
goodness, that chair. This isn't the first time I've seen a chair look like this either. Like your chair looks like it's so old. It's like it looks like
Yeah.
you've let it get matted and hairy. It's a dog you've not brushed for 3 years.
Like, Mintzey, you need to put that chair out of his misery.
Well, I mean, the thing is, honestly, it looks clean. It just needs to be like shed.
It needs to be shaved. Gotta need to take the razor to it real quick.
Yeah. Oh my
It's a
god.
clean chair and it's very comfy. It's a cloth chair, so you know when the cats get their nails into it, they'll pull out the threads.
She won't let me buy her a new one.
Yeah, I gotta
Oh, man.
demat it. Yeah.
They gotta demat it. And the thing is, so you need a cane for health stuff, right?
Yes. I have POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardic syndrome.
And what exactly does that involve? You know, like what is
Uh,
the symptoms and stuff?
To do with your autonomic nervous, there's a word for it and I cannot think of it. Your nervous system, basically everything that your body does automatically, like breathing, blinking, your heart rate, your blood pumping, you know, things that you don't have to manually tell your brain to do. Cause, you know, imagine having to be like, all right, gotta make sure everything's working properly.
Yeah.
But the symptoms include, you know, fainting spells, fainting, feeling like you're gonna faint, fast heart rate, temperature irregulation. So I'm always hot or cold. I'm always having to take off a blanket or put on a blanket like 10 minutes later. Sweats, like night sweats, like because of the temperature irregulation. Let's see what else. Pooling in the feet, so like blood pooling. I usually have to wear like oh my gosh, compression socks. Yes, compression
Yeah.
socks to help prevent that.
Only reason I know that's because people with diabetes need those too, right? I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do. Yes, they do. Can also get migraines. I'm a daily migraine sufferer because it has a lot to do with my POTS, other health conditions, but POTS as well. And then my fast heart rate. Like sometimes my heart rate, just sitting here, my heart rate's probably about 150.
Oh God.
That's just resting heart rate. So standing up, if I were to stand up right now, it would jump up to like 170, 180.
Oh jeez.
Because my body is having issues regulating the rate of my heart.
Yeah. No, that is a lot. Yeah. And like, are there treatments and stuff for it?
Really, and there's really not. I've always just been told increase your salt intake because your salt intake helps raise your blood pressure and helps kind of regulate your body a little better, and lots of water. Like my cardiologist is like, you need to be drinking at least 2.5 gallons of water a day.
Oh,
Because we shed water really bad, like very quickly. That's why we also increase our salt intake to try to retain the water. Otherwise, I'll drink a half gallon of water and a half hour later I'll have to go to the bathroom.
Oh jeez, my issue is I dehydrate myself too much in general because
Yeah.
like there was a time I was eating too much salty stuff. They're like your sodium levels are way too high.
Way too high.
And it's
yeah.
mainly because I was eating a lot of sodium-based foods like instant noodles but I think the biggest contributor was and I think also I had to have like a lot of starch in me because I've learned now it's not healthy, but I'll still occasionally eat one every now and then. But I was eating so many raw potatoes with just putting salt on them. Raw potatoes with salt. Yep, just wash them, put them in the water, cut them, or just bite into them and then put salt on it like you're eating a freaking boiled egg.
Like tough? I'd be scared to bust a tooth on that.
They're not that hard. Potatoes aren't that hard. They're they're harder than an apple. But it's not like you're biting into hard candy or anything.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I do love me a good potato, though.
Oh, yeah. I love potatoes. But very starchy. If you eat them raw, it's
starchy.
Like, the whole point of cooking potatoes is to help, like, eliminate the starch
Some
content.
of the starch. Yeah.
It's
like,
the same reason they do
is
boiled noodles as well.
I think it's In-N-Out. In-N-Out makes their fries, like, very starchy. Like, you can taste the starch.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Uh,
But yeah, no. I remember us talking in DMs about your health condition and
oh
stuff.
yeah, we were, yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah, go
oh, go
ahead, I'm
ahead.
sorry.
So no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
It started April of last year. I got COVID. And I mean, I've always had health issues. Like I've had asthma. I think I've always had POTS, but never to this severity. Um, and I think after, coming down with COVID, it just like exacerbated all the symptoms and made everything 10 times worse because my energy levels and my pain levels have just drastically decreased and increased. Like I don't have nearly the energy that I did before I had gotten sick. And it's, at the end of the day, it's frustrating and heartbreaking because that's a part of me that I will never get back, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, and I totally get that. You lost a big part of you, and you're now
Yeah.
dealing with a lot more pain, a lot more exhaustion, and it's gonna make life a lot harder.
Yeah, I'm gonna be seeing a POTS specialist here within next couple of months. Here in Texas, he's like one of like 8 in the country. So hopefully we'll be able to go see him, and there's no cure, but everybody's management of it is different. So I'm hoping, we can work out a management plan, figure out medications, diet, vitamins, stuff to just help improve quality of life.
Yeah, no. That I hope there's gonna be a lot of ways they can help, even if it's just advice and things you can do in life to make your life more manageable.
Yeah, and that'd be great. I am on a heart medication right now, but I'm hoping maybe he'll have something more like directly to target POTS, because what I'm on right now is more so for heart failure. It's just to slow and regulate my heart rate. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping maybe he'll have a better idea of other things that could help.
Yeah. Oh, give me 1 sec. It's freaking getting cold in my room. I gotta open
Oh
my
no.
window back up. Yeah, it's freaking 46 degrees in my room now.
Ooh, burr. Make sure you bundle up.
Yeah, it's because I had my window open because before I started streaming it was 70 in my room.
You're too hot.
Yeah, 70 to me is too hot, and it's like honestly, I like around 61 degrees, 62.
That's like just perfect. Like in the 60s,
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's cold, like as long as below 64, like 64 and below, like is nice. Because I prefer being cold over being hot because I'm already somebody who's
Agreed.
naturally a hot person.
Yeah, and see with me. Oh, excuse me.
No, it's fine.
I had a little burp come over there. With me, I'm always hot or cold, and I hate it. Like I'm always like naturally cold because I'm also anemic. So I'm like, my hands are always cold. Like people grab my hand and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm just anemic. Don't mind me."
Oh wow,
And my feet are always hot. I'm like, ugh,
that's
it's
like
a
the
struggle.
opposite.
Yeah, it's the opposite of like most people. And that has to do with being anemic on top of the POTS. So it's like my body temperature is like flipped.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh man,
It's
that's
it's
so
getting
much.
chilly here too. It's like in the low tens outside right
Yeah,
now.
it probably has to do with a lot with the blood pooling in the feet. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Which it is a little scary, but luckily it sounds like there's ways to help deal with it.
Just managing and just, really being observant of how you're feeling in the moment, making sure you're hydrating enough, just kind
Yeah.
of paying attention to what your body's trying to tell you.
Yeah, yeah. All right, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
No worries. All right, now we take over the stream, guys. No. Shh, don't tell Genesis. We're gonna take over.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
No worries, welcome back. Totally was not trying to take over the stream or anything.
Oh my goodness. I just gotta quickly do this real quick. But yeah, no. Yeah, like I don't know. I find myself. It's easier to sleep when I'm like in somewhere between cold and hot.
Yeah, I feel that. Like mine is cold, bundled up in blankets.
Exactly, exactly.
It's just so comfortable, and I think there's like, and I could be wrong. Like, don't quote me on this. Like sleeping wise, it's better. You sleep longer and you sleep more sound when it's cold than it is when you're hot. Like your body just regulates better when it's a colder temperature.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think so too. I can't remember. I remember looking it up, and I think yeah, no, I think if your body's too hot, it can't fall asleep, and if it's too cold, it struggles to fall asleep.
You gotta find that just right temperature.
Yeah.
We don't
Although,
want to be hibernating.
and also, I mean, and what also scary though, if it gets too cold, your body will fall asleep. But I'm more referring to like trying to fall asleep outside in Alaska in the snow. That's
Yeah.
that's like survivalist. If you get too cold, basically your body's shutting down, and that's why it wants to pass out.
We don't want no coma or hypothermia, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Also, real quick, I'm just gonna message my mom because she came in about wanted me to text her what I wanted from Taco Time. So.
Go time. That sounds good. I've never heard of that. You can always go for some tacos though.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I'm getting tacos. What's your go-to like taco stuff?
For me, I love beef tacos, like ground beef tacos. I know some people are like, it's not a real taco because real tacos don't use ground beef. They use carne asada,
Carne asada.
which is like strips of steak and stuff. And
Steak. Yep.
I prefer ground beef. I don't know why. It's just so good in a taco to me.
It is. It is. And I'm married to a Hispanic household, so I like both. So
Yeah.
I'll take both. I like any carne asada, ground beef, chicken, chorizo.
I like
all of them
chorizo,
taste
but
good.
lately I've been liking those my breakfast sandwiches.
Ooh, yes, they slap in a breakfast taco.
Oh yeah,
I will say that.
chorizo sausage and egg. It's so good with
Yes.
cheese.
Simple, easy, and delicious.
Tacos, anything on tortilla. Your ground beef tacos are valid. I don't know if that's true because I like eating. I like eating tortillas where I just spread a bit of peanut butter, cinnamon sugar, and honey.
Hey, that's actually a treat. Like in Mexico, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know
That's
if
a
that's
treat
considered a
they do.
taco though.
Maybe not a taco, but still a treat. It is good.
I also
Or
recently
even just
found
a
out.
tortilla with butter is like,
Well,
delish.
I was actually gonna say, like, I've had a tortilla. Like, I think this was a little too much though, because it was too sweet. I had a tortilla with Nutella.
Ooh, I could see that being really sweet, especially depending on how much Nutella
Yeah,
you
I put
on it.
way too much. Like, so I ended up realizing, like, and I definitely need to do thinner layers because, oh my god, it
Yeah.
was too much.
I can't unfortunately have Nutella because I'm allergic to hazelnuts, but I can
Ah,
see that being really sweet.
yeah, because that's like a chocolatey taste.
That would kill Mintzey. Yeah.
It would. It would put the cat down. Let's not do that.
Ugh.
So when you say you're married to a Hispanic household, is your partner Hispanic then?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's
His
cool.
mom is directly from Mexico.
Mexico.
Mexico. So I've been with him. It'll be 16 years this year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, married and then married 4 years in November.
That's awesome though. That's so cool. Oh man. I love like the thing for me. I don't know what nationality I should end up marrying because I don't really go for American food that much. I go for more like I love Mexican food, Japanese food, Philippine, and especially like it's like the main three I love eating is Japanese, Mexican, and Filipino food.
Those are all delicious. That's such a hard choice. It's like,
I guess also Italian because I love pasta.
Oh, I love pasta. I will tear up some pasta. I would never turn down pasta.
I
And like
think
sushi, oh,
I think I
Love
got
it.
Italian and German blood in me, so that could be a part of the
Hey,
reason.
fellow German, let's go.
Yeah, but it's like it's far down the line, like my great
Yeah.
grandparents or my great grandparents, one or the other. But like they're like generations ago. At this point, it's funny because recently I've been asked so often I think I look like a generic white guy personally. I just think I look like a generic
Just
white
the
guy.
mutt, yeah.
But instead, I've had like Asian women have asked me three different times, like especially Filipino women. They'll ask me, "Are you Filipino?" Which I do not look Filipino. They ask me, "Are you Japanese?" No. Or they're like, are you Irish? Are you this? It's like I'm just American.
Have you ever done like a genetics test?
I think my mom did, and like they because my dad always claimed he was part Indian, but we did a test and he's not. He was like saying he was like what are they called, Blackfoot Indian or something like that.
Mhm.
Cherokee maybe. So
Cherokee.
something. One of them. One of the Native American tribes. He was like, it's in my blood. And we tested and it wasn't there.
Dang, got called out.
It's funny that I have Italian blood in me because my birthday falls under the same birthday as Leonardo da Vinci,
Oh, wow.
April 15th.
Yeah.
And I've always liked Leonardo da Vinci because he was a very creative person. He was an
Extremely.
inventor. You know, he was an inventor. Um, he was a painter, although I'm not good at art, so that doesn't really fall under. But he was a really cool guy, and especially the Assassin's Creed 2 game made me fall in love with Leonardo da Vinci even more.
Oh, yeah.
But in general, with Leonardo, what's also funny, I've recently found out this is so funny to me because I found this out like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. I found out there's a quote from Leonardo da Vinci that I think it's his quote saying the human foot is one of God's greatest inventions, which is funny to me as being
And
someone who
quote.
likes feet. That's just funny to me as someone who's who's open about being a foot guy, like like VTubers I love. He's very open about that, and I'm very open
I know
about that.
Bill. I think he actually follows me. I'm pretty sure.
Vil is really cool. I would
Yeah.
love to have him on my talk show at some
You
point.
seem like a very sweet person.
He definitely is because I've met him. I met him at TwitchCon, and he was just the
Oh,
most
did
wholesome
you? That's
being.
cool. I keep forgetting that you went to TwitchCon.
Yeah, it was really fun. Except for the first day, I left 3 or 4 hours early due to social anxiety.
Aw.
Um, and the third day, I ended up leaving. Well, all day I felt like shit because of food poisoning or something. Because I was
Oh, that's the
nauseous. I was
worst.
nauseous and diarrhea all day, and it was like the
Yeah, that
most.
definitely sounds like food poisoning.
Yeah, and then I ended up going having to leave back to my hotel room like early again, even though I was trying so hard to stick around. So I ended up going back early and ended up throwing up there.
A toe tussler,
A
yeah.
toe tussler. Oh boy.
Yeah. So you know how you thumb wrestle, right? So I was like, one day on stream, I was like, what would be the equivalent of thumb wrestle, but for your feet? I'm like, toe tussler.
Toe tussler. Oh boy.
It's been a running joke.
Oh man.
Sounds
Seems like
like
TwitchCon in
TwitchCon
general.
in general, yo.
Yeah, it also is a bit sketchy going there because people sometimes go there to try and just sleep with people.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And just weirdos and I mean just in general, like just actual like people being trying to creep on people, you know?
Yeah, and I will say it's funny because apparently a lot of people in the VR chat community really miss me because when I was at TwitchCon hanging at the VTuber meet and greet that was planned, there was also somehow the two groups planned a meet and greet or meetup at the same exact location at the same exact time.
Oh.
So the VTubers and VR chat streamers were all both there and like kind of intermingling, and a lot of people I hadn't seen
Cool.
in years were there, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
It was very interesting, but what also kind of what also was funny. So I found out after that like when people are trying to group up for the group photo for VR chat, all the VTubers were just standing around chatting still. So like, hey guys, you're not coming over, and they were so confused because they didn't realize these were VTubers chilling out here. Also, I will say, oh my god, the VTubers I met there, some of them were so sweet. Like, Fox Plushie was super sweet to me.
Oh yes, she's a sweetheart.
I only was able to chat with her for a short amount of time, but she was cool. My bud Liz Justice, loved hanging out with her at TwitchCon. The Narwhal Queen, she's great. Bless you.
Oh, sorry. Ugh, I felt that one coming on. I was trying to mute, but I couldn't.
And then I will say, oh my god, Sarwi is so beautiful. She is like model. She is like model gorgeous.
I don't know if I know who that is. Sorry. How do you spell their name?
I'll type it to you.
Okay.
She is French.
French. All over my screen. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it. I could have spelled it wrong. Hold on.
Oh wait, I think I know who this is. I think it's with an I instead.
Yeah, I think it has an I.
There it is. Yeah. Okay, I know who that is.
Yeah. There we go. I just misspelled it.
I guess I just didn't know how it was pronounced.
Yeah. I think it's either Sarwi or Sarway. I don't know exactly.
Very pretty name.
But she, oh my god, at TwitchCon. And the thing is, I would not have seen her if it wasn't for the fact there was one person at TwitchCon that was sitting in line to meet Shylily. Because I was in her meet and greet line, and all the streamers were walking past me because I saw Vienna for the second time. Because I met her on the second day by complete accident because I was running late getting into the con, and so was she apparently, and she was had one of the first meet and greets, so she was rushing. But I met Vienna.
Oh yeah.
And she was in like a Bowser costume, which is so cute.
I think I've seen pictures of that. Yeah.
And Vienna is tall. She is actually pretty tall. And I'm sad I never got to meet Bao, but so Vienna passed by me at some point. But so did Sarwi, but somebody in line who I was chatting with recognized her. I was like, oh, Sarwi, can you sign my badge? And I was like, wait, that's Sarwi? I was like, oh my god, she's freaking beautiful. And it was her because she had the accent and everything. So I got very lucky having some recognized. But also, Aethel, Nyan, and Tectone all appeared behind me later, and were like all talking about a party they were going to later or something. So I was able to get a picture with all three of them, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Aethel, Nyanners, and Tectone, all really cool people. And also, of course, I met RT Game. If you don't know who that is, I highly recommend him. Daniel.
RT Game. No, I don't think I do. I know everyone so far. I know
RT Game isn't. Actually, technically, he is a VTuber because he has a VTuber model that he used once, but his whole community was like, "No, don't do it." But
RT Game.
He already rarely shows his face, but he is so entertaining. He is like the most gremlin calm streamer ever. And I mean, I say that because he naturally, he has such a calming voice. He's very relaxing. He doesn't always do the most chaotic stuff, but when he does do chaotic stuff, it is like the most insane thing. He's firing meteors at his city and city skylines. He does this really chaotic shit, but most of the time he's really relaxing. He's been running a Minecraft server. I think it recently ended, or it's still going on, where he just has his community do builds, and then he goes and visits it on stream as they do a build. He'll have they recreated Earth in Minecraft, and it was really cool.
Oh, that's neat.
And and his community didn't have griefers or anything. No one there was griefing, and his mod team also made sure everyone was there actually trying to contribute and build artwork and build cool builds. He's just a really good streamer. I highly recommend him. He's a really cool Irish YouTuber, and Twitch streamer. But I met him. I met two other names you might not know. There's Kraken and Charborg.
Familiar with those.
Those two, they're not VTubers, but either. But they're really funny guys. I met them, and they were very sweet to me. Gave me some really good advice on content creation and stuff. And then I met Kokarnan. She was a cool guy.
Yeah, I know Kokarnan. I think everyone knows Kokarnan.
I know him mainly because of YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, that and being in Cyberpunk, I know.
Oh, that too. Yeah, that too. And then I met let's see, who else did I meet? I met Evanito, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, I follow Evanito.
Because Evanito is good friends with my friend Liz. And they even run a podcast together. I don't know if they've been doing it anymore, but yeah, Evanito, I was able to even chill with him for an hour, which is really awesome. And then, walk around. He was pointing, he was like, "Oh, I don't want you guys to freak out," but someone from HoloLive just walked past us.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, whoa.
Stay calm, stay calm.
I didn't meet. There's two people I passed by but didn't meet. There was Tubbo from the Minecraft SMP, Dream SMP or whatever.
Tubbo, yeah.
Tubbo, and then Quackity passed by me at some point apparently.
I've heard Quackity. Not familiar with their content, but I've heard the name. I've heard the name many times.
I met a couple who does streaming. They're under a channel called MXR Plays.
MXR Plays. Huh, not familiar with that one.
So MXR, that's that's like both, like they have like 3 different channels. His girlfriend runs a channel called Potastic P, I believe it is. If I'm not mistaken. She's a really cool gal, but they were really sweet to me. And then like I mentioned earlier, I was waiting in line to meet Shy Lily, and because I want to tell her, I was the one who made that song for her, which was really cool being able to tell her that. And I will say I ran into her later, and then I realized because she was standing, that girl is a shorty. She is
That's
like,
what I've heard.
She's like 4 feet tall, if not maybe 4'3". She's like She did not come up to my chest. And I'm 5'11".
I
so
feel
she's
her
short.
pain. I'm 4'11", so I feel that so much.
Pocket size. You know what? I wish I was short because I want to be a short king, just because it would make it so much easier to find a girl like Karlach from Baldur's Gate that would just be my big, tall muscle mommy.
Gotta get the muscle mommies. Yeah.
I just want a girl who makes me feel safe. I'm sick of because I've always been the I can fix her guy. I don't want to be that guy anymore. I'm so done.
You want a big muscle mommy to princess carry you everywhere.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I love it.
All those short kings out there. It's like I'm jealous of them. I know they're jealous of people who are tall. Some of them are very self-conscious about their height. But it's like, man, if I
embrace it.
Oh man, embrace it. If you ever need to find Mintzey, just find the bowl of ice cream moving across the floor. Burley really wants to be short, but doesn't want short people problems. Well, I know the short problems of not being able to reach things on shelves, especially because I have coworkers I work with who can't reach the pumps that we need to get syrups for the smoothies and stuff. They can't reach up there high enough, and I feel
so called out right now. That's me every time.
Hey, Nilly, how you doing? And she just said, Mint, you're super cute. Mint is cute.
Thank you.
Both their voice and model and personality, just adorableness.
I used to work fast food, and I couldn't reach where our heavy metal tin pans were. So I'd be like, guys, I need help.
May I ask how tall you are?
4'11".
Oh, okay, so yeah, a foot shorter than me, 12 inches shorter. A whole ruler.
A whole ruler.
Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. Just, trying to recover from burnout, and it's been hard.
It is tough to get out of that rut. Been in it many times myself, so I completely understand. But just make sure you give yourself time to breathe and just step away and take a break.
Yeah.
We all deserve a break once in a while.
Oh yeah, and I will say that yesterday I was talking with my other episode of this talk show, because I did host an episode yesterday.
Yeah, I was watching it before stream.
Oh really? Really? Yeah. What'd you think?
I thought it was really good. I actually followed them. I was like, wait, I know that person.
She's really cute. I like Maddie.
Very.
And very talented with her art.
Yes, her art's gorgeous.
It's really great. But I will say this, I was talking about this yesterday when it comes to content creation. I think it has affected my enjoyment of video games and my ability to enjoy them off stream. Because now I feel like an irremovable need to share whatever it is I'm doing on stream, and if I'm not doing that, or if a funny moment happens in the game and I'm not streaming or not recording, I feel guilt. And in general, if I'm not streaming and I'm playing a game, I feel guilt. And
I struggle with that internally every day, so I say I can very much relate to how you feel.
it sucks. It's really really sucky feeling, and it's like, and it's why recently I'm trying to like, it's like I'm picked up Baldur's Gate and I'm just deciding to play it off stream, not just on stream with friends.
Good.
I'm
Good.
playing it off stream by myself
For your
again.
own enjoyment, yes.
Yeah, to try and
And
be
that's
like,
very, very important.
yeah, because it's hard to deal with that whole struggle of always trying to make content, because the thing is, like, here's the thing about first impressions, or first experiences. You can only experience something once.
Yep. This
And
is true.
and if you experience it off stream, that experience will not be the same on stream. If you experience it on stream, it will affect how you play it off stream.
And vice
And
versa. Yeah.
exactly. And also affects and also I've been thinking that way about playing certain games with friends. Like, sometimes I'll plan a collab and I just feel guilt because I feel like some friends have come to me after, or I just feel like after, I just feel like sometimes I have no reason to feel that way, but I just feel like the experience was ruined for them because of the way we collab, the way the collab went.
Yeah, and that's a big reason why I feel like people should either play just any game off stream together, or get in voice chat together just for a little bit, just to make sure y'all vibe good, to make sure the energy is there,
Well,
kind of
and
maybe lay down ground rules, so on and so
oh
forth.
yeah, and I definitely agree with that. But but when in so for me, it hasn't just been strangers, especially like, well, it has been a problem. Like, if it's friends I don't know very well, the problem has also been if it's a friend I really know well and I really care about. And it might be a memory eraser. I wish I had that. I wish I could experience a game first every single time. And I also wish I would have put, like, the certain games I would play and not rely on a guide. And I, like, force myself to actually learn from
Oh
doing.
yeah.
Like, I wish I'd learned, like, somebody, like, I saw a video about a guy who was so excited about playing Breath of the Wild and how he didn't, it took him hours to figure out the cooking mechanic because he didn't want to look it up. And I was just like, God damn it, I looked that up right away because I couldn't figure it out. I wish I'd actually, struggle to figure that out on my own.
Yeah. And I feel like either or is fine. I feel like definitely giving it your own go at it at least a couple of times is good, but you also don't want to make yourself so frustrated to the point where you're like, oh heck this game, I don't want to play this ever again, because you get stuck on a part. When
That
you're
too,
at
that
that
too.
point, I think it's okay to look up a guide.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of why, for me, I got so sick of Elden Ring, because I kept getting invaded nonstop. So next time I play Elden Ring, I'm going to install, for one, I like playing with friends, so I'm going to have me and a friend get the Seamless Co-op mod, and
Oh yeah,
so we can just play it together and not worry about invasions, because
that'll be nice.
just experience Elden Ring and have fun without the invasion aspect, because I'm just,
Without getting ganked all the time, yeah.
yeah, and just talk and have a more chill experience, despite, it being Elden Ring.
It not getting ganked is great. I enjoy PvP, but only when I'm like in the mood for it.
I like
Otherwise, that
party
I'm keeping
PvP.
it. Part that is fun, yeah.
Like, I like
Otherwise,
party
that stuff
shooters, like
can
classic
stays
Halo.
off. Oh yeah, yeah, that's fun.
Like
Yeah.
Halo 3, Halo Reach, I love those. Halo Infinite's too competitive for me still. Like, I sometimes enjoy it, but it just doesn't feel that good to me. And when it comes to,
Gotten a lot better.
yeah, and when it comes to games like Call of Duty, I used to like Black Ops 2, but I don't like I don't like modern shooters now, especially like Apex and like Battle Royales. I just can't get into them.
Yeah. I think with friends they're fun, but that's not something I would really personally enjoy myself. But with like a group of friends, just to game out and have fun, I think that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of close friends and all that, that was kind of my issue earlier. Was lately I feel like if I play a game with a close friend and I just see they're not enjoying themselves, or they don't even have to say anything, right? If I
You
just,
can usually just tell.
or I yeah, and or I just get in my head, and it's like, oh well, we like during this whole stream, all I talked about was this, and so I feel like the focus wasn't on the game or make cracking jokes, and then I was just like, God damn it. depression.
Yeah. I struggle with that too. I get in my head all the time, so I understand. And sometimes you just have to tell your brain to shut up, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes you just have to talk to a friend about your problems, and they'll be like, "Look, it's not a problem. Like, I don't know why you thought it was a problem."
Yeah. Some time you'll go to said friend and they'll be like, "What do you mean? I was
Also,
having
hello,
a great
R9. How you
time."
doing?
Yeah. Be
Um,
like, "I was just having a great time. You need to stop getting in your head."
oh yeah, exactly, exactly. And it's rough. And then also, and with friends and all that, um, you're supposed to have fun with friends and not overthink things.
Yeah, exactly. Like just enjoy the moment, have fun. Don't worry about nothing else.
Exactly, exactly. And I recently think I've come under I've started to realize that I just like streaming with friends and having a chill conversation. It's why I love my talk show when I actually have the energy for it and I don't oversleep.
Yeah, I feel that.
As long as I'm not, as long as I don't have social anxiety and as long as I have enough rest, I love this. And of course, sometimes just being neurodivergent, sometimes I'm just not in the mood.
Yeah, as a fellow neurospicy, I understand.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like I've been recently just like realizing it's just kind of fun to just play a game and just chat. It's like the whole. It's like I like when I did a stream with American Trucking Simulator, which actually kind of did really well on YouTube. It got 150 views after the stream. But
Wow.
after the stream became a VOD, it got like 150 views. So a ton of people came to check it
Nice.
out after I'd finished streaming,
After yeah.
which was crazy to me. But so all I did was just sat there for hours, just and like everyone in chat, like some of the people that pop in chat were like, "I want to see you crash," and it's like I'm literally trying to like get good at trucking to see if I'm actually gonna be a good trucker. So I'm not gonna drive all crazy. And I basically just played the game, relax, and just chat with any friends that hopped in the Discord call.
And that, sometimes we all just need days like that. And there's fun in that too. And there's nothing wrong with that, to have a cozy stream and just chill, and I'm all here for it.
Oh yeah. Also, I want to say thank you earlier. I just remembered. Plains Rider, thank you so much. Or Plains Raider, thank you so much for the subs and the gifted subs. Appreciate it. Really wanted to thank that. Also, I want to quickly bring this up before I forget. Something I love about your model that's so unique. So most cat girls have the standard, regular cat tail, whereas you have
Yes.
the Persian style tail, where it's this very poofy, almost looks like a squirrel tail.
Nah, I get called a squirrel all the time.
But it's not. It's like a Persian.
It's not. Yes. And so it's supposed to be a
long
fluffy,
hair.
like Persian or a Norwegian forest cat tail. Big and fluffy. Yes.
Big and floofy. Which I think one of our cats has a tail like that. Maybe not as poofy, but she's like I think she's a ragdoll.
Oh yeah, ragdolls can be pretty fluffy.
I want to eventually get a ragdoll, like, or a ragamuffin, either or, because
Oh, the ragamuffins are cute.
they're basically the same breed, but like they're just adorable, and they're basically like the dog breed of cat breeds.
That's a good way to describe them.
Yeah, the only thing is I wonder if I'd be able to be a trucker and have a cat at the same time. Probably
Some
not.
people do. I've seen it. Some truckers do. I have seen it like on TikTok. Like truckers who like have TikTok channels. They'll have like a small dog or a cat
Or a full-size dog.
or full size. I couldn't imagine a full size dog as a trucker.
I could,
feel like
as long
that'd
as
be
as long as they sit in the passenger seat or they sleep in the bed while I'm driving, I'm fine with that. And as long as they cuddle me while I sleep, that I can deal with.
I'll have to see if I can find his channel later. There is one guy who's a pretty popular trucker on TikTok, and he has, I want to say it's an orange tabby. It's a very just adorable friendship and companionship. I'll see if I can find it
The only
later.
thing that would suck if I do get a cat for driving again, or like I get another cat, is so I'm a cat person. I love cats, but the thing is, I hate because we have such a small house. I have to have my cat box in my bedroom at all times.
Yeah.
So, and I already have sinus issues because of that.
I feel that. I have 2 litter boxes in the bedroom, so 4 throughout the whole house, but 2 just in the bedroom.
And it sucks. It sucks
It
so
does.
much. because sometimes you'll wake up to cat poop smell,
And it'd be like, oh.
and it'll like give you a sinus infection very often, more than not.
I have a orange tabby named Thor, and he's a big boy. He weighs 20 pounds. He's not overweight. He's just a big cat, right? And
Yeah.
he takes some of the stinkiest poops, and I'm like, Thor, at least cover it up, dude.
Every time I ask to cuddle with Mintzey, she has some lame excuse about being multiple hours away. She also has a partner.
I still like hugs and cuddles. I'm a very hug person, so
Gotcha.
I'm okay with that.
Code said, I'll still go with Pomeranian. I've had two we have a Pomeranian right now in our house, and we've had one before that. We've also had a Pekingese. I'm just sick of small dogs. I'm just sick of small dogs. I may be a cat person, but I'm sick of small dogs. I want a big dog. Give me a
big dog.
I want a dog that has personality, like a golden retriever, or God, I want a husky or a Malamute so bad.
If you can handle the energy of a husky, they're great dogs. They really are. You just got to be able to
handle the energy,
handle the stubbornness, the sass, and the energy. But they are amazing dogs.
Oh yeah, if you tell them no, they'll go ow, and then you're like, no, yeah. No means no. They're like ow, whoa, whoa, and then they'll start howling at you and screaming. Yeah. Like ah, just like.
Or Great Pyrenees, yes, those are really good dogs. One of my neighbors just got one. It's still a puppy. It's only like 4 months old, and he's already huge.
Oh man, I think I could handle being a trucker as long as I both can hook up a PC somewhere, and like whether if I have to build a micro PC, like a micro form factor PC,
that could work,
I will.
Yeah.
But you know, I've seen some truckers like they can manage to fit a whole. Like if I could just take my current tower and just put it in the truck, good. I would love that. And then, you know, it's either that or I have a Steam Deck, so I could just use that because it's basically a
Steam Decks are great. Yeah, they're like mini computers. They are great.
And as long as you have a way to charge it, you're good.
Yeah. Well, I imagine that they have outlets in them, so.
Oh, they do. And if they don't, you can always buy an inverter. But here's the thing. This is why if I become a trucker, I'm not going to apply for a company and get training that way. I'm going to get my training from a school and then apply separately to a company.
Oh, kind of like a contractor?
Well, basically, so normally so there's two ways you can get your CDL license for trucking, or like being a dump truck driver or a construction vehicle driver. There's two methods you can take. You can either go through a school, like driver's ed, like you can go to like a defensive driving school essentially, but instead it's trucking school. You can do that and get your license, or you can apply for a company and they'll give you the tuition for free, but you have to pay it back either on your from your paychecks, and you have to reimburse them, and if you quit you have to pay them back, or you have to stay with the company and stay with them for a set amount of years to pay back the tuition. Like you have to
I wouldn't want that.
You have to sign a contract with them, and I don't want that either. And that's why for me, I want to get my license separately. One, I have the money in my savings, I can do it easily, and two, so I can research what trucks the company uses, because I'm a very picky person. I want a modern truck, and I want either a Mack Anthem, a Freightliner Cascadia, or a Kenworth T680, because those are like the three.
You've done your
research. Like. Those are the three I really like. I don't want a Volvo.
Oh yeah, as someone who used to work at a car dealership, nah. Yeah. Maybe not trucks, but like semi-trucks, but just car manufacturers in general.
No, not Volvo. No. I like for one, my dad drives a Volvo for his dive truck because he does scuba diving and has like cleans boats and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I have my scuba diving license somewhere, but because he got me and my younger brother training, but I just don't do it because it's too difficult for me to find neutral buoyancy.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
Which basically is like you find an air level that you can have in your lungs and stuff and breathing, so that way you can stay above the bottom of the ocean without touching it. But I always have to put my hand on the bottom to like push myself up because I start falling.
Gotcha.
Or I start rising up too fast, and you don't want to do that either. Because the whole thing with
you gotta find like a good balance.
Yeah, for those who don't know, if you scuba dive, You have to you cannot rise very quickly because of the water pressure. If you rise quickly, the bubbles in your like in your lungs, or like the air in your lungs will expand too much, and like basically you can get something called the bends, which the bends is a disease where you get like too much air in your blood, and you would literally have to be put in something called the iron lung.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and I'm familiar with that. I didn't know what like the diseases and stuff were called. That's
It's from scuba
crazy.
diving. It's if you go. That's why some scuba divers, they rise for like maybe like 20 feet or like 10 or 20 feet, and then they have to stop and sit for like a set amount of time, and then they rise and they have to stop and sit for a set amount of time. I
Do
think
it in increments,
yeah,
yeah.
submarines I believe have to do the same exact thing. They can't just surface. Like if they
Just
just
go like.
if they emergency surface, that's actually really really bad.
Is it dangerous? It's like last resort
That
kind of
is very
thing.
much a last resort thing. And like
Can
scuba
blow up
diving
like a
is
rocket.
oh yeah, scuba diving is very dangerous. It's very cool, but it's like even if you're just 40 feet down, you rise too fast, that is a bad thing. You need to be careful about rising. And you need to wait to fly like a set amount of hours. Like I don't know if it's 48. I think it might be more, but I think that it does sound right. 40 hours before or after diving, you have to
Wow, I
wait
didn't know this stuff.
because
That's
if
interesting.
you've gone scuba diving and then you get in a plane right after and fly, you can get the bends that way as well.
Oh, that makes sense though. Okay, I had to think about that. I'm like, why would that be? It kind of went over my brain for a second. I'm like, oh, that's why.
It's like you don't want to
That's
go hiking right
crazy.
after either,
Yeah, and
probably
you don't want to go like up.
in
You don't want to
altitude.
raise your altitude. Yeah,
Yeah, you got to
you
be
don't want to
very
raise your
careful.
altitude.
Yeah, it's a scary thing, but like that's what my dad does. So he drives a Volvo and stuff for that. But I'm not big. I'm not big on Volvo. Or actually, wait, is it a Volvo or is it? Actually, wait, I might be have it wrong. It might be a different brand, but I can't remember.
You're Volvo and you're like, wait, actually.
It might be. I think it might actually start with a P. I just can't remember what the brand is
E.
called. I don't know what vehicle brand starts with P.
Porsche?
Not
Porsche?
Porsche.
That's the only one that comes to mind. I'm so sorry.
Let me see. Volvo van. Let me see. It's a Volvo. I think it is a Volvo van. It might be. I think it is. I think it's a Volvo van, but
Volvo, okay.
I don't know for sure. But I'm gonna just say I'm right, and yeah. But basically, like for me, a big part is what the dashboard looks like and what the interior looks like. Because like if I'm
That's
gonna
fair.
live in something, for most of my career, I want it to be something I feel comfortable in. And I actually probably want to do long hauling because long hauling pays well, and I'm on the road most of the time as my job, and like on my breaks I just play a game.
Hey, that sounds chill, relaxing, and I I love it. Like I'm that type of person who would gladly escape to like, a wooden cabin out in the woods for a while just to get away from
Oh yeah,
everything.
my biggest dream has always been like to own like a log cabin by a lake so I could go fishing on my dock.
Oh, yes.
That's like my dream home idea, not some fancy modern home. I want like a classic log cabin. Probably it's still a lot of outlets, but like a log cabin on the side of a lake so I can go fishing every day if I want.
Yes.
Catching
That sounds
bass.
great. Yeah, I'm not like super big into fishing. My husband is, so I know a lot. I've learned a lot from him, but that just sitting at a lake just watching that alone I would be great.
Oh yeah, it'd be so nice. It would be so nice. Right, I was chill once. Then I met Mintzey. Now I'm always busy trying to convince her to take a bath.
I'll have
uh,
you know. I'll have you know I took a bath yesterday.
What's funny about talk about baths and all that. The thing that kind of scares me if I do trucking is I personally I don't feel awake until I've taken a hot shower in the morning. I know, like people are gonna say this. I know that at truck stops, most truck stops they have public showers,
Yeah.
which I would do. But the thing is also I don't like the idea about taking a shower in public. It sounds kind of eh. But I don't know what they
Yeah,
look like. I need to look up what kind of
you have to
showers
look
they
it up.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard some of them are very nice. Like, uh, throughout Texas, we have a big like truck stop slash convenience store called Bucky's. And they are known for having the cleanest bathrooms ever.
Oh
Like,
wait, these are actually kind of nice. I'm looking at some of these. Yeah, these are like these truck stops. They have like hardwood floors, like tiled walls.
oh,
These actually look
yeah, sounds
really
like Bucky's.
nice. And they're like, I thought they would be like, like locker room showers, but these look like
Oh, yeah,
these look like they're actually like enclosed rooms.
that's nice. More privacy.
Like yeah, like like you can lock the door and you have a toilet, a bath, a sink. That's what it looks like. I would definitely need a lock. Of course, I'm gonna lock my truck before I'd go in
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
Like,
Safety first.
and I've been to, what's funny is I don't think my dad's kind of shocked by the amount of research I've been doing into this because I've gotten so addicted to trucking, like both watching it on YouTube and also playing the American Trucking Simulator because I've been doing research. There's a trucker, so at night a good thing to do if you're a trucker for your own safety is to take your seat belts and wrap them around your door
I've
handles,
seen that.
buckle
Yeah, I
it,
saw
and then
a
pull
video
on the
about
seat belt
that.
so it pulls it tight.
Yeah, there was a video. I'll have to see if I can find it. It was on TikTok. It was like trucker safety 101, and the guy showed a bunch of different things that you should do at night when you're about to go to bed for your safety and everything. It was like 10 tips or something. It was really interesting to watch.
Yeah. Well, that's the main reason why I'm kind of scared to do trucking is because I'm not exactly comfortable about being naked around other guys, for many reasons. But like let's just say it has something to do with trauma. So like that's one of the big things that kind of scares me a little bit. That's why I was like not sure what they look like, but holy crap, truck stop showers actually look really nice from what I'm seeing. Except some of them do look gross.
I've seen the Bucky ones, and those ones I know are like top tier.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I guess. Well, here's the thing. Like, so, because I saw a video about a guy who's like interviewing the shortest trucker in Japan, and she's like 4 feet tall. She's really short, and she struggles to reach the pedals and struggles
Yeah.
to like look over the steering wheel. But something
Me for real.
something the guy who was interviewing her pointed out is that trucking and I think this doesn't just he was talking about Japan, but this applies everywhere. But he was like saying trucking Japan is one of the most important industries to get things from one place to another. I think trucking in general is one of the most important jobs out there because you're transporting
Oh,
goods
absolutely.
from one state to another.
Truckers and trains and everything like that. Anything that's transporting goods across the country, to other countries is very important. We wouldn't have access to the things that we do without truckers, without train conductors, without plane, um, plane. Oh God, what are they called? Flanked.
Apparently, I also just looked up. Apparently, it costs about $10 to $15 to just take a shower at a truck stop.
Not bad. That's actually more reasonable than I thought.
Yeah, I guess I just assumed it was free, but that's my bad.
Probably at some places I imagine it might be, but I guess maybe you can get like a membership card, or maybe it's free if you show your trucker's license or something,
Do the trucks have showers in them yet? I think some do because I recently discovered that there are now trucks that exist that are basically, they're basically the RV from Ben 10, but they have a trailer on the back to pull another trailer. So it's basically driving a bus and a trailer.
Like an RV and a bus, or RV and a truck had a baby. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think those might, or at least I know those will have more living space.
That's nice.
Yeah. You're saying that stuff isn't just airdropped by spaceship? Nope. I don't think they'd be safe either. They were trying to do that to develop a weapon. Well, the drones they try to do as drones, but that's also if you're trying to drop something from space. That's literally I think that somebody's like that it can be a more deadly weapon than a nuke in some situations because it can't be detected by radar. Because I think that's like was that like a Soviet test where like they would just drop like a metal or titanium rod from space and
It's terrifying.
and it would like come down at an insane speed because you dropped it from space. It's basically a weapon that takes advantage of re-entry to add on weapon damage.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to get thunked in the head by that. That's like the, what is it, the penny theory? If you dropped a penny from a skyscraper kind of
It might
thing.
kill somebody.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody used that as a weapon in anime. Yeah, I forget what anime it is, but I know exactly like that's how I learned of it was from that anime. Oh wait, wasn't
Hello,
it? Wasn't
Uber.
it? Oh wait, hold on. Was it was the one where the greatest assassin got reincarnated, right? I think.
That might be.
I want to say that sounds right. Let's see. If you spin the penny, it goes faster. Meteor strike warfare. Yep. It's scary the amount of things humans will do for war, and it's sad the amount of war is going on right now.
It is. It
Like
is
it's like I have a
tragic.
friend who's involved with the whole thing with Israel and all that, and he's just like he's just talking about how like he's Jewish, and it feels like the world is just trying to wipe him off the face of the planet just because of his beliefs and culture. And I'm just
I can
like,
only imagine that the just what they're going through, yeah.
it just makes me sad, dude. It's like my, let people live their life and let them have their own opinions and how they want to live their lives. Yeah, finest
That
assassin. I was right. Okay.
simple as that.
But yeah, no, it should be that simple to just let people live. And it hurts to see people being treated and told the way they live. And the thing is, I was saying this yesterday because we were talking about relationships. It's also going to apply to relationships. You should never be trying to force your partner to be someone else. Like you can help them trying to prove themselves, but you should never be like
You can't change them.
you
Yeah.
can't change them. You can't tell them their opinion, like force their opinions. Like you can't. Like I had a coworker who's like I refuse to date someone who has female friends, and I'm like, you're gonna tell somebody who they can and can't be friends with just based off the gender of the other person.
Exactly.
That is an insecurity issue on your part that you need to work out because that is so unfair. As someone I've done that to friends where I had a really bad breakup and I was like, I do not want you being friends with this person. And like I was like, I can't see you as friends if you're friends with them. And they're like, okay. And I nearly lost so many friends because I was hurting and I said some hurtful
Oh
things.
yeah, I think I remember your post on Twitter about that. You had quoted someone talking about that.
Yeah, don't force people to like whether it's a bad breakup or it's a partner you want to date, don't force them to hang out with someone or force them to not hang out with someone. Like of course, in my opinion though, if you find out someone is like a groomer and someone wants to stay friends with them, yeah, no, you're not my friend anymore because you're associated with someone who's doing things to people who are underage. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's circumstantial.
Yeah, but most of the time it's like it should not be a matter of I don't want to be friends with this person because of their gender or because of their beliefs or because I'm not comfortable with it. That should never be a case. That is a you problem, not a them problem. In my opinion, if you're no, the thing is, an argument can be made if you're uncomfortable with your significant other or a friend being with somebody, tell them, talk about it, have an adult conversation.
Communication is the key. Yes.
It is very much is. And yeah, the rods from God. Yep, that is the name of those weapons.
Oh, in the anime that you're talking about?
Well, yeah, that's the name of the weapon though, as rod from God.
That is terrifying.
Yep, and it was from the Finest
It's
Assassin
very
anime.
fitting name. I don't
Oh,
think
that's
I've
the
ever
real
watched
name of the
that
weapon,
anime.
apparently. The
Oh my
rods from
God.
God.
That's terrifying. The finest. I've heard of the anime, but I've not
So okay,
personally
I've watched
watched
it.
it.
I've watched it. It is not a Mushoku Tensei level good. It is not an Attack on Titan level good anime. I wouldn't even say it's as good as Naruto. I would say it is an enjoyable watch, but it definitely has its moments that just make you go, okay, because it's very weird. Like his father is like training him to be an assassin again. So he's already an assassin in his previous life, but he gets reincarnated into a family,
Oh, I
a
didn't know it
noble
was like
family.
a reincarnation anime.
Yeah, so he is a fine. So in Earth he gets assassinated for being the best
An
assassin.
assassin.
So he's just too good, so they get rid of him, and he gets reincarnated and the god is like, hey, I need you to assassinate the hero for me. They're like the hero I think it's like the plot is like the hero is going to defeat the demon lord and then he's going to basically be worse than the demon lord. So you
Oh,
need
like
to
become the next demon lord.
so yeah, so you need to assassinate the hero after he kills the demon lord. And so that was the plot. That's why he gets reincarnated in a really nice family with a mom who loves him a little too much and a dad who cares for him. But the dad's side of the family are assassins, just like, his previous life. So his dad's giving him training, but for some reason makes his son strip naked to give him this training. And then later down the line,
leave it up to anime to do that.
And again, it gets worse. Again, later down the line, the kid saves somebody who becomes his servant because he saves her life, and he starts training to be an assassin, but he does the same thing and makes her strip naked. It's so
like your typical anime.
And I think there's like I think there's like two. I remember two, but there might be three. There's like a couple love interests that this main character has. There's like the main love interest, and there's like the servant. I think there might be more, but that's like the two I can remember. I
want to say I've seen snippets of it on TikTok, but I've never really invested any time into it.
It's an anime that will make you cringe at some parts, but I honestly enjoyed getting through it all the way through. I wouldn't say it's anything special though. Now, Free Ren.
It's kind of just a basic.
Yeah, basic. But Free Ren's another story. If you haven't started watching Free Ren,
my mom was telling me about that anime the other night. Yes,
good. It has made me cry.
Like heart-wrenching.
It has made me nearly cry every episode, but it's a good cry, but also it's like a somber cry. Because it's not like To Your Eternity where it's just sad.
It's pure sadness.
So what it's like, it's relatable sadness, because it's sadness of loss and regretting not spending more time with people, or just looking back on memories and like being like, I miss this person, and it's just it hits
I
hard.
know someone who only got through 2 episodes of To Your Eternity, and they couldn't
I got through the first episode. I got through the first episode, and I was like, I'm gonna need more than 1 week to recover, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then I saw a clip of it. I'm like, oh my god, it gets worse. It gets worse than the first episode. The first episode broke me down crying, and it gets worse.
Yeah, I have yet to watch it. I know I've heard stories, I've heard people's opinions about it. Most people get like 3-4 episodes in, and they're like, I can't do this. My heart can't take this.
That was me with Plastic Memories.
I need therapy after this.
I think the only sad anime, like Free Ren, I'm gonna definitely finish because it's not heart wrenching. I think the truly sad.
Is it finished, or is this ongoing?
No, it's like they just started airing the second half of the first season.
Oh, okay.
Because the first season it's one of those, what are they called? Not two halves. It's 2 airs, or two. It has 2 parts basically to the first season. 2 parts. But they delayed.
Kind of like what Attack on Titan did.
Yeah, but like many anime did, they delayed it during December for the holidays, so that way animators had some time off.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But so the show that I highly recommend, that's very tragic. It will make you cry your eyes out, but it also has comedic moments that will make you laugh your ass off. Angel Beats.
I watched it. I already know. I knew as soon as you said that. I was like, I know where this is going.
Because you get a moment like where a guy gets hit by a giant hammer and sent out a window, and then you get a moment like the baseball scene, as I'm gonna call it, the baseball scene.
How dare you?
The baseball scene where the guy's like, I will if we get reincarnated in the next life, I will visit you every single day in bed if you're sick.
Don't remind me!
And it's like, he's like, that's the kind of guy I want to be, is if my partner develops a sickness like that and she's bedridden, I would visit her every single day.
Angel Beats is such a mixed bag of emotions. Definitely a classic and top tier, but oh my god, you're crying one episode and you're laughing the next.
I need to rewatch it. I really do. And the thing is, the twist of finding out the main villain isn't even a villain is so good. There is no villain in Angel Beats. There's no villain in Angel Beats. You think there is, and then you find out there isn't. I
think my one that I always can go back to, that's like just enough heart-wrenching slice of life, is Clannad and Clannad After Story.
I refuse. I can't. I refuse.
No, you gotta do it!
I've heard too much. Well, it's like Clannad I've heard too much about, and there's another one. What's the one about? There's one about a little girl, like who's like, I can't remember, but and she passes away. Is it Anohana? I think that's what it is.
The flowers we saw that day.
Yeah, I cannot.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Anohara. Yeah.
I can't even get through Plastic Memories now. Like I still want to because I know Plastic Memories. Plastic Memories is very much similar to Angel Beats. It has its comedic moments. It's just the every episode ends on just a heart wrencher.
Yeah, I mean, Plastic Memory, that's a classic too.
Yeah, and then
I think of another one.
now, okay. Now,
I know, Elfin Lied.
Another one I've heard about that I don't want to watch, but I will say this: there's two anime that are on the opposite spectrum where I don't want to watch them for different reasons, and it's just because I hate them. Well, I've watched them all the way through the end, and I refuse to ever rewatch them. And anyone who ever asks, I refuse to ever recommend these. I'm like, do not watch these. One is Guilty Crown, because it has the most unsatisfying ending ever. And the thing is, the first season, I love the first season. It was such a cool, interesting concept. The second season basically just starts killing off a lot of the main characters and makes the main character become this, like, basically very pessimistic, evil bastard until the very end. And it's just
kind of felt rushed, it sounds like.
I wouldn't say rushed, it's just I didn't like the tone. Oh, thank you.
You ordered 2, correct?
Yes, I think.
Your fudge! Tacos.
Yes, I got my food.
Just like
Thank you.
Geass wannabe and it fails to deliver. Oh, Code Geass?
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what Guilty Crown is. That's pretty much.
I've
Guilty
never
Crown
watched it. Yeah.
So,
I watched Code Geass.
I need to watch Code
10 out of
Geass.
10.
I've heard nothing but good things about Code Geass. Same with Hellsing.
Fantastic. Oh, Hellsing is a classic.
I definitely need to watch Hellsing, and I need to get back. I need to finish Hellsing Abridged because I've been watching the Abridged, and I started like 2 months ago, got really far, and then I kind of like I think it's episode 6 I stopped on.
You can never go wrong with the Bridge series.
Not especially not from like Team 4-Star.
Yes.
They are the most
those are
skilled
go-tos.
Abridged. Like that. Okay, the two best Abridged teams are Team 4-Star and somewhat Winnie Entertainment. The people who made Sword Art Online Abridged. Those two are like top tier watches.
Yes, I agree.
Oh
100%.
And I like Dragon Ball Abridged. It's why if I ever get a chance to like talk to Takahata, I would die. I've watched him and Kaiser Neko and Lanny. I watched all 3 of them do their commentary on going back over every single episode. They like and doing director's commentary on making Dragon Ball Abridged, and it was so cool.
Seeing that like behind the scenes like that is always really neat, and you get to learn so much. It's I love watching like anything behind the scenes, like just seeing what the inner workings of stuff like that is it's a lot of fun, and you learn a lot.
Yeah, I'll eat yours if you don't eat it. But yeah, no, and I will say this also. So Guilty Crown, just to kind of give a brief explanation, Guilty Crown has a really interesting concept. So do you know Genshin Impact?
Yeah, I've played tons of it.
Do you know Raiden Shogun?
Yes.
You know how she has the booby sword?
Yes, the booby sword.
Everyone has a booby sword in Guilty Crown, but only the main character can use their booby sword.
That's so unnecessary.
And the thing is, it's not just. And the thing is, even the men have booby swords, but only the main character can use them. But they're not all swords. Sure. I don't know if I'll use it.
Where'd I leave my booba sword real quick?
And so basically there's like a character, like one of the main love interests, her ability, well, the main love interest, the heroine or whatever the story.
Yeah.
Her main weapon is a sword. That's what the main character mainly uses. However, there's also a character who has like a footage reel. It's like a movie reel or something. I forget what that ability does.
Yeah. I can picture it in my head. Yeah.
There's a whole. Honestly, if anything, what I will recommend. Watch the first season. I think it's 12 episodes.
And then don't watch second season.
Don't watch the second. Do not subject yourself to that. There are people who applaud Guilty Crown for going after a tragic, unsatisfying ending. I do not applaud it. And I'm the same. This is why my friend Quizzy is so mad at me, because he's so mad I don't want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man anymore, because I know the shows are going to get depressing, and I don't like the shows I watch. I go into Attack on Titan because I know it's going to be depressing.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Guilty Crown or Plastic Memories, I go into it knowing it. I did not know that going into a Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen that the shows would become just
It goes
trauma
dark,
bait.
yeah.
It's just upsetting. It's upsetting. And I don't want that. I don't like shows like that because I don't like once I have a bond with a character, I don't like them just killing them all off. It's the same reason I refuse to watch a Kame ga Kill.
Oh my god, Kill was so good. I admit that it was heart wrenching, but it was very good. I very much enjoyed a Kame ga Kill. I rewatched it twice.
The manga ending's better apparently because they let his
Was
love.
it?
Yeah, apparently in the manga they don't kill off the red-haired girl who he falls in love with.
I've never read it, so I only ever watched it.
Can't stand a Kame ga Kill? Really? Interesting. I didn't know that, Quizzy. What's your reason for not standing it? Also, I want to also say Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei is a sad show. It has sad moments because many of the characters do die, and I know more characters are going to die as time goes on. The thing I like about Mushoku Tensei, it feels real. It feels like the author went into it wanting to sculpt a realistic fantasy world that feels, has like the magic system feels real. It's understandable. The stakes feel very real. Like, I like Mushoku Tensei so much. Okay, I will admit, yes, it is weirded out. Because here's the thing, the main character's a pervert. We all know this. He gets better later on, like, he starts...
What's the English translation for that one?
I don't know if it has one.
Mushoku Tensei. Let me look it up. I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
Well, yeah, no, you get weirded out because the main character gets reincarnated as a baby.
Jobless Reincarnation.
Yeah.
Okay, I've not watched it, but I know I've seen, like, bits and pieces of it, like,
here's what I'll recommend.
Stuff.
If you don't like the first couple episodes, I recommend just trying to get through it. The whole point is the main character is going through an arc. He's going from a shitty human being who basically was turned shitty by society. Like, Japanese society made him into a shitty person. And so he's slowly becoming a better person as time goes on.
Character building.
Exactly. He goes through character development. I will say he's definitely still, a horny teenager as he grows up. But literally, the whole this is what's so crazy, right? You watch Mushoku Tensei season 2. The first half, I think, the whole arc of the second season of Mushoku Tensei, the main character has erectile dysfunction. And so he can't get up. So he's no longer perverted, really. Like, he can't be a pervert because he lost the urge. And
that's how he got isekai'd.
Because, his, okay, I don't want to spoil it, but it's a good watch, and it is so good. They give characters flaws specifically to give them character development. Exactly, term.
Another one that my community has recommended me, it's, reincarnated as a vending machine.
That one's alright. It was alright.
It's pretty funny.
It's funny and it's not bad, but it's alright. It's alright. I dropped it at some point, even though I was enjoying it. It's just, it's a make you smile anime, but it doesn't do anything
goofy,
super special.
yeah. Just to bring some laughs and smiles.
Now
to your
reincarnated
face.
as a slime.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's where it's at. I love slime and Konosuba.
Oh yeah, those. Oh, and I'm so excited. Konosuba season 2, or is it season 3 now? I think it's season 3.
I think 3. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I'm so much more.
Overlord.
I'm so much more
too.
hyped for that than I was for here. Konosuba's getting another season. I would want that more than No Game No Life season 2, and that's saying something.
As if forgetting No Game No Life season 2.
Don't get
my hopes up.
I love No Game No Life. I'd love to have a season 2, but Konosuba.
I would too.
Konosuba is like. Sorry, I'm choking.
Don't die! Oh my goodness, get a drink.
The best.
Get a drink.
Konosuba is the best comedy anime you can watch, in my opinion. It is so funny.
It is. It's fantastic. The two that I'm personally waiting for is ReZero season 3 and Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? The next season of that.
Oh my god, Madoka Magica is a nice, cute, upbeat magical anime. Moo, don't do that, just Quizzy.
It's so good! It's such an upbeat, cute, magical girl anime.
Shimonetta? You know what's crazy? I don't know if I've ever finished Shimonetta. Wait, ReZero is so good. And what I love
I
about
love
ReZero,
ReZero.
what I love about ReZero is that the author behind Konosuba and ReZero are friends, and so
Oh,
they
are they
literally,
really?
yes, and so they literally will write characters into the other story, although they'll reference each other in each
That's
of the
great.
shows.
I didn't know that. That's great. ReZero to this day, out of all the hundreds of animes I've watched, is my favorite. It is my number one.
Dude, I'm sorry, I will say I love the character development they give Amelia. She's like close to being best girl, but Rem is just too good.
Rem's where it's at. Rem is best girl. Amelia definitely number two, but
Well, and the thing
Rem's
is,
where it's at.
like, before season 2 of ReZero, I was like, okay, just Rem. Rem is the only interesting one. Season 2 gave Amelia so much more love and made me go,
It
okay.
did.
I'm like,
It
okay,
did.
I love them both. I love them both.
It's fantastic,
Uh,
yeah. And if anyone says Rem who,
oh my God,
I
you
will.
not watched season 2 of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
It's so good. What? We definitely should watch it, Planes. It's so good. I've enjoyed Danmachi a lot. And Sega Tanya the Evil was very good too.
The newest season of Don Machi. Is it Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Yeah.
The newest season of Don Machi introduced a new best girl. Like, hands down. Forget Hestia. Hestia's great. Forget all the other girls. Like, especially not Ainz. Or Eyes. I really don't care less for her. Who I care for now is this elf girl. Oh my God, is she a badass? And oh my God, is she adorable.
I think I've enjoyed every season so far. I think season 1 was low and it definitely picked up
Thank you.
towards the end of season 2 into
will.
3. They're all, honestly, they're all really good. I read Danmachi for a long time before it became an anime, so I've been enjoying it. I've also played, I don't play the mobile game anymore, but I played the mobile game when it came out originally, the gacha.
Yeah. I will say, I'm thinking I might want to wind down stream so I can eat my food.
Oh yeah, I don't want you choking. I don't want you choking.
Yeah.
No.
But it's been
You need to enjoy that. Don't be like me midstream trying to scarf down food so I can finish
Yeah,
so I can
yeah.
get back to streaming. No, I want you to enjoy the tacos.
And plus, we can always chat another time. This has been a lot of
Yeah.
fun. And if I ever end up doing some of those streams where I just let VTubers hop in a call, I definitely would love to have you pop in sometime.
Yeah, and I can talk for hours about anime and K-pop. Those are my two obsessions. Especially K-pop. I am huge on it. I think last time I counted like 70 albums now that I've collected, and I have 2 of them that are signed by the artists.
Yeah. I will say, I think I'm gonna send all you guys off. Well, real quick before
Where are we
anything,
gonna go?
I'm gonna say that in just a sec because I want to say thank you everyone so much for watching. Be sure to go check out Mintzey if you don't already follow her. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, all her links are there, at least the majority. Where you got TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Here you got her name, and you should be able to go follow her on Twitch. Through that method, she's awesome. She's really cool. Mintzey Moon. She's
That's me.
the mint chocolate chip cat girl that is from space. Which I never really asked about that aspect, how you came from space.
I don't really know.
Even
It
you
just
don't know.
kind of fell in line with it. It sounded cute when I said mint chocolate chip ice cream kitty from space. It just don't know where it came from, but here we are.
All right, but I'm gonna end up winding down. So real quick, we're gonna rate off Lady TV.
Heard of them?
Yeah, she used to be a part of, if you know False ID. I think.
Oh yes,
She
I'm
might still be
familiar
part
with
of the team, but I could have sworn I heard something about her leaving the team, but I could be completely wrong. Anyways,
I know Falls, so that I'm familiar with.
yeah. So I will say, you guys all have a very great time, and again, thank you all so much for joining me, and thank you, Mintzey, so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Genesis. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be on here. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Now go enjoy your tacos.
I definitely will. Definitely will. But yeah, so we're gonna go raid. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, there we go. Now it worked.
Blah.